I'm Ron Paulk, down here working on the Smartwoodshop, the big push, building all the drawers. I have 28 drawers inside. I have 20 of the taller drawers and 8 of the shorter drawers. Other than that, they're identical. The bases are the same. So I'm going to set up the tools and start the production by making all of the bottoms or the bases of the drawers. Before I do that, I'm going to knock out all of the long drawers because they are different and I'll have different tool setups. In fact, it'll take 2 different tool setups to do the 4 drawers. I've already completed one. This is the longest drawer of all. It's 8 feet deep, very similar to the one that was in the Awesome Rolling Toolbox. And it is made with 3/4 or 18 millimeter sides and then a 1/2 inch bottom. It is just basically a box without a lid on it. And I still haven't cut the handle in it, but other than that, I've got it rounded over and ready to use. The next drawer I'm going to build is the bottom drawer here. So there's 3 6-foot long drawers that go in here. These 2 are the same height. This one's a little shorter. These I'm calling the vault drawers. I got this idea from those truck vault drawers that you can buy for the back of your pickup. So the bottom drawer will be built the same as this drawer. It'll basically just be a box that will ride just sitting on the base of the cabinet. These 2 will be built like the 28 drawers inside, where they will be riding in these dados, so the bottoms of the drawer will actually be the rails, and so they will ride in these dados, so that'll be a different fabrication. So I'm going to finish this one and then make these 2, and I'll need to set up the dado blade on the saw to make some dados in the base on the top as glue channels and alignment channels, just to make the drawer a little bit stronger, just the way I will be doing it on the drawers inside. The difference will be is the Dado Stack for these 2 will be set up for the 3/4 inch side. So I made the box other than the base. The base is from 1/2 inch and the sides are from 3/4. And in this case, I'm actually using 18 millimeter and 12 millimeter. To make the dados, again, I'll be using the Dado Stack. And this is an 8-inch Dado Stack that I'll be running on the SawStop. I've already done some dadoing when I made the cabinet for the levels. Those needed long dados. Now I would have liked to have used my router with my track. I've got my standard Festool tracks, and then I have my Festool routers with the guides that ride in those tracks. And I just have to figure the offset, and it would make nice cuts in these long ones. Whereas running it across the table saw, this long stuff, you have to be very careful to hold the wood down. I'm doing 1/2 inch and keeping it flat on the table saw and pushing it through, because I'm not making these dados very deep and I want to have them uniform, and it's difficult to keep the plywood perfectly flat. Whereas if I'm using a router, I can have it on the track and then be pushing down on it and it turns out perfect. I don't have 12 millimeter or 18 millimeter cutters. I could do a double cut where I went with a narrower cutter and then moved it over, but this is what I have and it's working. I just have to be a little more careful with the cut. Now when I'm doing all of the 28 drawers, the smaller pieces, that's a lot easier, and you'll see me go through and I'll do all of the side dados, which are inset a little bit, so the fence will be set up for that. I'll do all of those, all 28, and actually be double that. I'll do one side then the other, and then the front and back are right flush, so I'll put a wood sacrificial fence on here, put the blade right up to it, and then I'll run all 28 through on both sides, and that'll go very quickly. The way I'm able to get 18 millimeter and 12 millimeter with a standard stack, these are 1/8 inch, or this is actually isn't the blade. These are 1/8 inch blades, and then each blade, so you stack them up, is 1/8 of an inch, but they do provide one half width, so 1/16 of an inch. So what I'm able to do is get it very close, and then I have these magnetic shims, and these are again, everything is standard, but I can get it, I'll do a test cut and make sure it's right, because I want a nice snug fit. I don't want it so tight it doesn't fit in. If it's just a little bigger, that's fine. But these are different thicknesses, so they go between the cutters and they stick right on, and that I'll be able to shim them out perfect. So that'll be the setup, and again, if you watch the series, you'll see me do this and you'll see how the fit works. If you want to follow along with building the Smart Wood Shop, both these daily drop-ins where I give you a couple of minutes of what I'm doing, an update, as well as dropping in to see the full series after it's produced and uploaded, then click on the subscribe button and also on that bell so you'll be notified when I put up a video. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, and if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. If you want a set of workbench plans or awesome rolling toolbox plans, you can click on the link right here in the video. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Have a great day.